We've already kind of gone over PTS. Also going to go over RTO.
Hey, it's your boy OG. By the way, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm doing some skills video right now, doing some sheriff's training right now. So yeah.
So radio traffic, radio talk only kind of means the same thing. So basically, what that means is it's for radio callouts only. Um, so it's not for normal conversation or anything like that. It's gonna only be for callouts, which kind of go into 10 codes, which we'll talk about in a minute. Um, but RTO is for radio traffic only. Only stuff that you'd be saying over the radio is what you'd be saying in RTO. So, for example, on like a traffic stop, you would call out to dispatch, say, dispatch is 301, show me on a 1011 with a black and color two-door car on Forest Sankudo Approach Road, one times occupant, no additional 32s. So, like, that's like really fast, and I'll explain how you get there and like why you say all that information here once we go over our traffic stop and our 10 codes. But that is kind of what your RTO talk should sound like. Um, we don't want anyone just sparking up random conversation. There are civ lounges and there are other channels for that. We have the break room specifically for just hanging out if you're not on duty, stuff like that. But when you are in RTO, when you are playing and you're on duty, you definitely want to keep your talking to radio traffic only. So that kind of goes along with that. Um, so after we go into RTO, we obviously need to um, know our TIN codes. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over some TIN codes. I'm just going to say off what um, the TIN code is, and you're going to tell me what that TIN code means using PTS. And then we'll go through a lot of the basic ones. But a little tip is they're in the Discord. So if you have a second monitor, you can pull up the 10 codes on your second monitor. If you don't, you can pull up the phone. They have the Discord app for a lot of smartphones. So you can do that and have it on your phone right in front of you. Or you could do it old fashioned and write it down on a piece of paper. Any of the important 10 codes that we go over that you think you might need to know, you can write it down and what it means and have it right in front of you. That way, when you're playing and you're patrolling, if you forget one and you're still not that used to using them, you can look down at the piece of paper and remember it. So those methods are really easy, so you can quickly learn them over the span of these next few days while you start patrolling more and more. Um, but that is kind of how you get better at 10 codes. Is honestly it's practice. I don't expect you to be perfect at them today. You're all just starting out or you're probationary, but after a while, you do need to get good at them and start doing better with them. So that's why we go over them. Um, we only have 3 people in the server. Which one of you aren't loaded in yet?
921.
Okay.
My game keep frozen. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. What were
Go on
you?
to the other side of the yellow line over here.
Sorry?
That.
Is it? What's the reason you're not in yet?
My game crashed and I'm loading back up in it.
Okay, you're good. We won't be doing anything in game for a minute, so you should be fine to load in when you can.
Thanks, bro.
So going over some 10 codes. So a few quick, I'll just say just as is. And then after I say these, then that's when y'all would chime in. So code 0 is a game crash. Code 4 is under control. There's code 5 or a felony stop, which is like a high risk
Be low
stop.
enough to
Um,
open your door.
and then we also have um, a few of the other codes that we're going to go over a little bit later. Um, I'll go over the signals and then we'll start going into the 10 codes. So, signal 100 means hold all but emergency traffic. So, during certain situations that are high priority, um, emergency situations, just as it says, there's no communication at all, not even normal 10 codes, because there is something going on that needs everyone's attention. Signal 11 is running radar, which we'll show you how to do here in a minute. Signal 60 is drugs. Signal 41 is log in or out of MTD. And then signal 37 or meet at. So like signal 37 is like to meet at a certain location. But yeah, so those are all like the signals and the codes. But we'll go into the actual 10 codes here. So can anyone tell me what 10-1 means? Take a wild guess.
804
Sorry.
PTS.
No, my
Go
my
ahead,
mic was
804.
muted.
It means 10-1 means frequently change.
Correct. 10-1 is frequency change. Um, so that would be in a situation where you kind of direct message somebody in RTO. So you'd say, for example, if I'm trying to get Costa to another channel so we could talk about something, I would say 308 to 402 direct. They would respond like go ahead or wait a minute or something like that, and then I'd ask for a 10-1. So we'd go into another channel. I could tell them what's on my mind, if something happened, anything like that. That way you can kind of not break RTO and still like kind of talk to somebody about something. What about 10-4?
PTS 925.
Go ahead.
Affirmative.
Correct. Affirmative. So that would be honestly, if any questions asked and the answer is yes, you would say 10-4. Affirmative, yes, correct. All those things are going into that category. So, real quick, going over these 10-6 and 10-7 is busy or out of service. 10-8 is in service. So, when you go on duty, you'd be dispatches through 308, show me 10-8, 1041. So you are in service and beginning your tour of duty. Going in, so a 10-11 is a traffic stop. We'll go over that. You'll hear a lot about 10-11s today. 10-12 is an active ride along. Can anyone tell me what 10-13 is?
921 PTS.
Go ahead.
Shots fired.
10-4. So shots fired. So in any situation where shots fired, you'd most likely say 308 to dispatch. I have multiple 10-13s at the Sandy Motor. So everyone now knows where the shots are, and they can respond accordingly to those shots. Going down the list. So if you're ever transporting somebody, that's 10-15. A 10-16 is a stolen vehicle. A 10-20 is a location. Can anyone tell me what 10-23 means?
PTS 925.
Go ahead.
What did you say again? 10 what?
10-23.
23. Arrived on scene.
Yep, arrived on scene. So if you're ever responding to a call because there's a bank robbery and you're on the way, then you would, once you were on scene, you say, to dispatch 1023. So when you are responding to a call, you would kind of word it this way. So, dispatch, this is 308. Show me if you're going code 3, say if it's a bank robbery. Initially, you would roll code 3, which is lights and sirens. So, it'd be 308 to dispatch. Show me code 3, 1097. So, I'll be rolling code 3, which is lights and sirens, and I'm en route. And then once you get about halfway there or a few blocks away, you turn your sirens off. That way that they don't know that you're coming, because a lot of people get spooked if they hear sirens, so we don't want them to always hear that we're coming. But that is kind of how you would be arriving on scene. And then with going down the list, we'll kind of run over these. If you ever have a question about 10 codes, go to the chat channel in the Discord that is labeled CSSO codes. and look at them, study them, memorize them. It won't take too long, I promise. So keep going down the list. One that's real important for checking people's identity is 1027, 1029. So those two separate codes. 1027 is a driver's license check for being valid, and a 1029 is a warrant check. So that way you can figure out what their status is, whether they have warrants or not. A 1080 is a vehicle pursuit, and a 1070 is a foot pursuit. 1068 is an armed robbery. There are a number that we could go over. Requesting EMS is a 1052, and requesting normal backup is 1032. I know I'm kind of running over these pretty quickly, but the main part of this training is going to be your 1011 and your 1080 and pit maneuver, which we'll be going over here in a bit. But that is your basic 10 codes. Make sure again you go over all of them, and you kind of study them so you know what you're doing when you're in RTO. And then next, we're going to go into use of force. We're going to set up this demonstration for you guys, and we'll be right. Okay, 1 second.
Let's go WT kids. I got a green pistol still, doc. Some scrap. In the basement.
Hey, Trad, are you going to be loading in anytime?
Guys,
I'm trying, but it keeps putting me in server 3. I'm putting the IP address, but it's just not.
Okay. That's weird. Let me go see.
It's server 7, right?
Correct. Server 7.
930 and server 7.
Okay.
Hey, make sure it's the same one. They're very similar. So just make sure that you're copying and pasting the correct one.
Central.
We're on server 7, and we're just about to go over use of force. So, you ready for that? We're gonna kind of wait a minute to see if we could get both of you back in here.
we're gonna get cuffed by this kid.
Handful.
If anything, I've done this
We're getting cuffed by
multiple
this kid,
times,
doc.
these trainings, because I was a senior
Okay.
deputy before, so it's okay if I just listen.
Yeah. Yeah, you can listen. Just try to load in when you can.
They're on me! Oh, he got dogged on! Get dogged. Get dogged first. No, what we're gonna do actually though? Hear that? You heard that? You heard that? Yeah! Yeah!
Server 7 is apparently full, but it says that's when you're on date like that.
Okay. Keep trying to log
It's
in.
time for me to
Yeah.
hit the skirt. I'm splitting everything.
925 PTS.
Ryan.
I might not be able to attend the whole training, but I'll see what I can do.
Applied pressure to blood.
Oh my god. Yeah, I just have a really sore throat, so I don't know if I'll be able to attend the whole thing.
Okay. You don't have to talk the whole time, but it would be good if you could attend. But if you can't, I
804 PTS.
go ahead.
Do you know why my light bar would be tinted?
Because you have tint. If you have tint on your vehicle, it will tint the light.
Okay, thank you.
I believe that's also an extra you can put on, like something that modifies how the
It
light bar.
also is, yeah. So you're right. Thank you, love, for bringing that up. So yeah,
Okay.
if you have certain extras, it will block your light bar out completely in certain areas. So you're gonna want to turn your lights on and then run through your extras, making sure that the correct ones are selected.
804 PTS.
Go ahead.
Can I real quick like go far in the military base and then do it, like bleep my
You
go over it
you
again?
can save this one. This one is fully spec'd out and everything you would need. The lights are all perfect and everything. It's
Okay,
my own.
thank you.
Um, let me just change the license plate because we don't need this stuff on your license plate because it's my information.
Because my lights were so dim, it's not even funny. My front one light bar.
Yeah, both of you can save this. This way it's a fully spec'd out template.
Antonio, instead is full.
Okay.
Same with me. Oh, I'm joining.
Me too.
Maybe on that kid? No! VX, no! Look at all of them! I'm in it, bro.
All right, so we'll kind of
No,
go
VX
over the
in here!
verbal
VX!
side
Yeah,
of
hurry
use
up!
of force. There are three separate
Jump up!
types of force. Can anyone tell me what they are using PTS?
Antonio and PTS.
Go ahead.
Non-lethal, semi-lethal, and lethal.
It's very close. The wording's just
Yeah,
slightly
we're cutting them, yeah?
that's basically
Step on
correct.
them,
It's
Doc.
just I use different verbiage, but that's okay. So yeah, there are three different types. There's lethal, less than lethal, and non-lethal. That is the three kinds. Can anyone tell me what is in non-lethal?
930 PTS.
Go ahead.
Taser.
Nope. That would
Oh.
be in
Baton.
925 to PTS.
Go ahead.
Your nightstick.
Incorrect.
804
That also goes with the
PTS.
taser. Go ahead.
It would be your cuffs.
Correct. That would be your handcuffs and only your handcuffs.
A.
Unless you
A.
literally used the handcuffs as, I don't know, nunchucks and beat somebody, you can't hurt somebody with handcuffs. When you're using them for their proper use, they don't hurt somebody. Even if you tighten it all the way, it's not going to hurt them. It might give them sore wrists, but it's not going to hurt them. They're going to be fine. So handcuffs go in non-lethal because they are non-lethal. They do no lethal damage to a person. Less than lethal is where your taser and your baton and flashlight go. Yes, you can hit people with your flashlight. You're not supposed to, but it can be used as a baton in the case of an emergency. And then in lethal, you're going to have your firearms. Any firearms is going to go in that lethal category. Whether it's your shotgun, your AR, or your combat pistol, it is all going to be there. So what's going to happen is we have standard procedure for the the use of the
Watch him.
the taser and the
I think if he
baton.
spawns a cart, it's gonna go
One
go
second.
stop. Watch. Wait. Okay, it's off now. I'm waiting for it to go up. Let's see it go
Okay,
up.
so yes, you have standard use with your taser. You're supposed to
He's
give
shooting in the
3
face.
warnings, and then you are supposed to say taser 3 times in a row. And then you would proceed to tase him. So what that would look like if somebody's being unruly, they're not wanting to get out of the vehicle, they're running away or running towards you, you would point your taser at them and give them those 3 warnings. Sir, I'm going to tase you. Back up, I'm going to tase you. Stop, I'll tase you. At that point, you've given them enough warnings to where if they do not stop, you will say taser, 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 tase them, and then in RTO, you'll say taser deployed. All of that before would be in person to the person who is running at you or running away. But then when you say taser deployed, that would be an RTO. And then, so again, you'd give him 3 warnings like stop, I'm gonna tase you, stop, I will tase you. If you don't stop, I'll tase you. And then if he's too close, you'll just say taser, 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 tase him, and then taser deployed. At that point, he's now incapacitated. You'd go in, secure him with handcuffs, and then detain him. If he would need to be arrested after being detained, you should arrest him, obviously. But at that point, he would be detained, and then you would kind of conversate with him, figure out what's going on, and then charge him with whatever he's supposed to be charged with. Um, Same procedure with your baton. You give 3 warnings of striking him, and then if he does not stop, then you would say strike, strike, strike. You would strike him, and then you would say baton deployed in RTO. So if he's like trying to roughhouse you or hit you or anything like that, you would give him the 3 warnings, say strike, 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 and then strike the man or woman. If they are being unruly and causing any kind of harm to the public, that is when you would use your baton. That's kind of that um, middle tool you would use between your taser and your lethal force or a firearm. Um, that is when you'd use the baton. You can also use the baton for busting car windows to then get the people out of the vehicles. That is also when you could use the baton. Give me 1 second.
Can you quit playing with your emotes? This is your first warning and your only warning. Do you understand me?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So then going into our use of lethal force, there's a certain set of criteria that somebody must reach before they are allowed to be used lethal on. So, can anyone tell me what that would be?
Wait. Can you repeat that, please?
So there's 3 different criteria that somebody must like meet before they are allowed to be handled with lethal force. Can anyone tell me what that is?
Or 925 to PTS.
Go ahead.
If they're shooting an officer.
It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but that's the correct
Non-failure
one.
PTS.
Go ahead.
Was the question lethal? Like the criteria
Yes,
for lethal?
yes. Yes,
If they're pointing a gun at people and like members of public
Okay.
and not putting it down.
That's the right idea, but it's like 3 different words. So like the 3 criteria is opportunity, capability, and intent. So they would need to have the opportunity, the capability, and the intent. For example, if somebody just has a gun in their hand and it's just at their side in their hand, do they match all 3 of those? No, because they don't have the intent to use lethal force on you or a civilian. Now, if he's pointing the gun at you, he has the opportunity, the capability, and the intent, and that is when you would shoot him. Um, Also, we're not going to mag dump into people. We're not here to murder people or kill them. We're here to end the threat and hopefully get everybody back home safely. And if he's done something illegal, then obviously he needs to be arrested and dealt with in the justice system. But we're not executioners. We're not supposed to be out here murdering people. We're here to end the threat. Now, if they have done enough harm to the public, that is when lethal will be authorized, and that is when you again shoot to end the threat. And if that means they die in the process, that's what happens. But that's not our intent as officers. We're not trying. We're not trying to kill people. We're just trying to make the peace and keep the peace. Um, Also, say they go down and they're on the ground and they haven't gotten back up yet.
This is the best
If
part.
they still can get back
Wait.
up,
Oh!
you're going to give them the chance to get up, but not obviously aim their gun back at you and try to shoot you. You'll give them the chance to put their hands up. You'll yell at them, put
That's
your hands
quick.
up, put your hands up, drop the gun. If they don't, that's when you would continue to shoot them to end the threat. But a lot of times they'll get up from being that shot that initial time and they'll put their hands up so that way you can then go in and have them handcuffed. Um, so that is kind of our criteria for lethal. We just want to make sure that they are dealt with accordingly to the use of force they are using. Uh, we don't want to automatically go for a headshot and kill them. You go center mass, 2 to 3 shots to end the threat, and then you would go secure them. Um, that is how I train anyway. There are other trainers who train differently. I personally would rather have the person survive so then they could actually have a chance to change the ways that they've been living, um, especially if they're given a chance to change, they just might. You know what I mean? So we don't want to be ending everybody's life instantly. Kind of want to give them a chance, but you do try to end the threat. Um, so what we're going to go over now is use of medical. Um, Medical is definitely useful for everyone who is on the field. I don't know if any of you have real life first aid experience at all. I have a ton of first aid experience and medical experience in real life. Um, so I kind of do like to keep that into RP and bring that into RP. Every officer has a medical bag in their vehicle. It's in your trunk or back seat. Um, so whenever there's a situation where somebody is injured or dying or shot, anything like that, that is when you would run, get the medical kit, bring it to you, and then start administering first aid to these injured people. So the biggest one is going to be gunshot wounds that we deal with. Whether that's one of our own officers and we have to help them, or it's a suspect or a robber or anything like that, we do want to give them first aid until EMS shows up. Um, so basic EMS is going to be done in chat, so doing /me. So you kind of start off by first checking their pulse. If they have a pulse and it's weak or it's whatever, they'll fill in whatever their pulse is. Um, if it's a weak pulse or something like that, or even a normal pulse, but you know they've been shot, you would then search for where the gunshot wounds are, doing all of this in /me. So like /me checks for wounds or looks for gunshots or anything like that, kind of worded short and simple, like where are the wounds, stuff like that. That way they can RP back with you and be like, okay, I have 2 shots to my chest and 1 to my arm. So that now you know where those wounds are. That is when you could get into your medical bag and start applying bandages or gauze to those wounds and apply pressure. Um, you never actually take gauze off, you apply more because that bleeding isn't going to stop until you have enough pressure and enough packing in that wound. So that's when you would apply more gauze or more bandages or tourniquets, stuff like that. So you're just applying pressure, applying basic first aid to their wounds, and call in for EMS. If no EMS is online, that's when you would call for county EMS, which is just RPing that EMS came and picked them up. And then that's when they would go and respawn at that point. If EMS is on, EMS would show up, they'd take control of the situation, and then they would give all the first aid needed and get them to the hospital. But that's kind of basic first aid that you need to know to hopefully save some people's lives. And that is kind of what obviously you'll learn more as you go and as you learn. We should have a basic like EMS type training, medic training here pretty soon within the next few weeks or so, which would be really nice. That way, everybody can kind of learn more about what it takes to give people medical attention. But that is that just some basic medical. Trad, I saw that you've left. Are you able to rejoin? I didn't hear that at all. Your mic isn't working. It might be muted.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My game froze, so I had to Alt 4 and I'm joining back now.
Okay. You're good.
If you want, you can continue without me.
Okay.
I'm up 10, 11, yeah.
Eight, 804 PTS.
Go ahead.
Are we doing the same exact train like last time?
Not exactly. It's going to be a little bit different. Why?
Okay.
Okay. So next we are going to go over our 1011.
Bro, that was
This is
straight
just kind of a
savage, man.
basic
This is
10.
all boring.
In most cases, they are going
Hey.
to be unruly. A lot of them they aren't, but it just kind of depends on what kind of person you get. So we're going to show you how to do one, and then we are going to let you all do them yourselves. I know some of you are probationaries and you've done this before, but there were some things that you need to work on. I don't know what those are, but you can definitely prove me that you deserve promotion after this. So
Promotion! Promotion, boys! Yo,
very
very good.
How it's done, and just
Yo,
make sure you pay
bad.
attention,
Hey, I
kinda
could
walk
be
everyone
deputy
through
one.
it,
Hey,
and that way
deputy
you
one.
can kind of see
I'm the
how and why
charger.
you do things.
Hey, yeah, boy,
So
you
just
rocking,
sit tight with
ballin'.
us,
Hey,
and
ballin'.
I'll be right back.
Yo, I cooked up promotion deputy one. Oh my god, bad. Say no more. Say no less. Go. Say no more. Say less. Hey, yo, chill. Damn, second time. You want y'all to get kicked.
Drop my phone on my mouse. $9:30. I just need to quickly change mouse because my mouse is flying off.
Hey, now it's you.
It's so big.
9:30, can you say that again?
My bad. I shouldn't need you any more time to fix that. I just replaced mouse.
Hey, yo, can I move somewhere? This is my second time getting punched for no reason.
I advise one of you guys, or all of you, to press T. So if you do accidentally punch and you press left click or whatever, you type it in chat instead of actually punching.
A third time. I'm moving. I can't do this.
I was testing it. It still does it.
Is this okay?
I pressed T and it still did it.
Go back
This is my third time getting a punch from these people.
I did. I was
Stop
just
touching
testing
your
it.
keyboard. Go back to your vehicle.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Hey, if I get punched again.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Does anybody have any questions so far?
804 PTS.
Go ahead.
Can I move where I'm at right now? I got punched 3 times already.
Yeah, you can move.
Thank you.
921 PTS.
Go ahead.
My game froze again.
Okay. Is it kicking you out or is it just lagging?
The screen just froze.
Okay. Sit tight. Hopefully it fixes.
Yep.
Sorry you're going through all this, bud.
Don't worry, man. It's been a while since I've been on FiveM, so that's why it's like, dang on.
Okay, so this is going to be your normal position for your vehicle. If you haven't seen a car position, you can definitely walk around the vehicle, see how I have my car positioned, and I'll explain why. So if you want to take a look, you definitely can. But it is going to be a tilted manner. You're basically going to want to position your engine block between the driver's door and yourself. That way, if they shoot at all, you can duck behind your vehicle and they won't be able to hit you because that engine block's definitely going to stop that bullet. So that is kind of why you have that tilted angle to your vehicle. And this is how you would call out to dispatch. If one of my people helping would like to be dispatched.
I'll be dispatched.
Okay. So you would pull somebody over. As you're kind of pulling them over, you would call out to dispatch if there is a dispatch. If not, you would self-dispatch. But it would kind of sound like this if there was dispatch. 308 to dispatch.
Go for dispatch 308.
Show me on a 1011 Fort Zancudo Approach Road with a gray in color four-door Ford Raptor, 1 times occupant, no additional 30.
10-403 showing you 1011 Fort Zancudo approach.
So with that RTO call out, you give dispatch, or if there's no dispatch, you give everyone else an RTO. These basic things. So you give them your location. They now know that you're on Fort Zancudo Approach Road, facing north in direction. They know what vehicle you're with. They know that this is a four-door gray Ford Raptor, and they know how many people are there. There's one other person here, and they know if you need backup or not, which you don't need backup, so you don't ask for backup. That stop, that RTO call out requires those things. So you don't want to leave one of them out. You don't want to add something new. It's like a recipe for cookies. You know, you have your basic chocolate chip cookies. Do you want to add anything to those cookies? Maybe. Maybe you want to spice it up, you know, add some caramel, you know, add some salt, make it a little sweet and salty, right? But for RTO callouts, you don't want to do that. You don't want to change the recipe. You want to keep the recipe the same way. So you just want to give that RTO call out the standard version, and make sure you include all that information. So your location, vehicle description, occupants, and if you need backup. So that's kind of the basic traffic stop call out. And at this time, you would then get out of your vehicle and walk around back. I always say to walk around back just because if you are pulling somebody over, there's most likely going to be oncoming or any type of traffic on the driver's side. Because if you're pulling somebody over and then now you're on the shoulder, there's going to be a lane of traffic to your now left. So now that there's traffic to your left, there's a possibility of you getting hit, of somebody driving way too fast and hitting you, something like that, especially in GTA where people are insane drivers and they're stupid. You definitely want to be on the side of caution, and that's why you'd walk around the back side. You never want to walk in between the vehicles because they can do this. They can, backity back up. They can do that. they could smash you into your own vehicle, and now your kneecaps are gone. Or in that case, because it's a big truck and it has a huge back, their whole body could be flown into your own car or onto the ground, and then they could drive away, and you're just laying there crippled. You don't want that to happen. So you're not going to give them a chance. You're going to walk around the back of your vehicle, and you're going to walk up. So a little thing about conversing with anybody you pull over, you want to remain in command presence, which basically just means you don't want to be asking them questions. Like, it's completely unrealistic to ask them, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? Like, no, cop, I've been pulled over multiple times in real life. I like to speed, and I get pulled over for it sometimes. And I have never been asked, hey, do you know why I pulled you over? Nope. They know I was speeding. I know I was speeding. There's no reason to ask. So whenever you pull somebody over, you're going to talk with them like you know what you're doing. Some people are going to be crazy and try to be rude and stuff like that, and you're going to have to roll with those punches. But just for a basic traffic stop, you're going to make sure you remain in control, and that you are the one doing most of the talking. So it would kind of sound like this. All right, sir, I need you to roll down your window and turn off your engine for me. All right.
Yes,
My
sir.
name is Staff Sergeant Alexander with the Carolina Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over was for speeding. Do you have any license, registration, and proof of insurance on you?
Yes, it's in my glove box.
All right, just keep one hand on the steering wheel and reach for it slowly. Okay, and could you confirm the name on this for me?
Yep, it's gonna be Josh Ayrton.
Okay, could you type that in chat?
Yep.
All right, and while they're doing that, you're also going to ask if there's anything in the vehicle that you need to know about. Because a lot of times people have concealed carry, which is perfectly fine. Even if they have like a few rifles in the back seat, that's perfectly legal. It is on their property. Since their vehicle is their property, they can have weapons on their property and it's not illegal. You just want to make sure you kind of know the situation. So, all right, sir, before I go back to my vehicle, is there anything in your vehicle you want me to know about? Any concealed carry or anything?
Yes, I have my pistol next to my leg.
Okay, just keep it there. Do you have your concealed carry license on?
Maybe I will check for you.
Okay, just check, make sure you move. So if they do have it registered, you're just going to kind of check that as well. And you would check all of that in CAD. For our example, we're just going to go and call out to dispatch for these checks. But in real patrolling, you're just going to look them up in CAD and you'll know that it's registered to them, um, and all that kind of stuff. So then you would take all their information and, all right, sir, just sit tight for me. So
Okay.
now you have all your information that you would need. You know that they have a gun in the vehicle with them, which is completely fine. And you know, that they have all their license and registration, all that kind of stuff. So at this point, in a real patrol, you'd open CAD, you'd look up his name since you. So we know that it is Josh Arton. So you would look that up in CAD, figure out if the vehicle's registered with them, if the gun is, all this kind of stuff, and then write them a speeding ticket. Obviously, he was speeding, so we're going to write him a speeding ticket. Um, and but for our example, we're going to call out to dispatch and kind of communicate with dispatch using 10 codes. So 308 to dispatch.
Go for dispatch 308.
Could I get a 1027, 1029 on a Josh Arton common
Hold,
fam?
hold on. Wait. Josh Arnton's gonna come back clear, no wants, no warrants, no priors.
4, thank you. All right, so this time you know he's never been a bad boy in the past. He's got no arrests, no prior tickets or arrests, or any current warrants. Um, so this time you'd just be writing him a ticket for speeding. You would do that in CAD, and then you would go back to him. Um, and if you have any questions about this, let me know now because we're about to have you all do this, and you'll be watched on that. All right, sir. Here's all of your information back, and also your speeding ticket. All of the information is going to be on the back. If you could sign that for me, it's not an admission of guilt, just saying that you'll take care of the ticket on or before your court date. You can call and pay, or you could show up to your court date and take care of it that way, as long as you take care of it again on or before your court date. Other than that, you are free to go once my lights are off.
Okay, officer. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too. All right. So again, at the end, you can be nice and say, "Yeah, have a good day," something like that. But honestly, you're there to get the job done. You're there to keep the law because that person just broke the law. There are speed limits for a reason, and he did not obey them. Um, Especially for something like reckless driving or not stopping at a stop sign, you're going to write tickets for this. There, honestly, in my opinion, too many people just give warnings. Um, give them tickets, especially with the RP on server 1 where you can actually like charge them and they will have to pay out of their own money that they've earned for these things that they've done. It kind of makes them think twice about running a red light because they've had to pay last time for running a red light using the money that they've done their jobs on. You know what I mean? So being able to have that actual RP where they actually have to pay for tickets is pretty awesome. Um, and yeah, so that's kind of our standard traffic stop. Real quick, before we have you all go over the 1011 yourselves, I'm going to kind of show you how to run radar. So radar is really good for tracking people's speeds, obviously. So how you're going to do that, you're going to be in your vehicle. You will hit the tilde key, which is the key right below escape and above tab to the it's to the left of the one key. You're going to hit police toolbox, actions, all the way at the bottom. It'll be radar. You'll click that. You'll hit toggle radar and you'll hit XMIT, which will turn on the back radar. And then you'll just hit close. So now you have both your front and back radar set up. So when anyone is driving in front or behind you, you should be able to catch their speeds. Um, and then you know if they're going over the speed limit. Sometimes you could kind of tell that they're going too fast, but sometimes it's only above like 10 or 15 above the speed limit. It's hard to tell. Radar really helps you get that specific speed locked in. Um, so when you're doing that, you'd be running signal 11. So kind of how you call that out is you say 308 to dispatch. 308 to dispatch.
Go for this, bud.
Show me running signal 11 on Fort Zancudo Approach Road.
10-4 showing you signal 11.
All right, so that's basically it. It's pretty simple. It's easier than a 1011, and a 1011 is easy. So that's a really easy 10 code to do. And running radar is really essential to catching people's speeds and making sure that they're not going too fast. So now what we're going to do is we're going to split up into two groups, and we're going to be doing your 1011s, and we will start that in just one moment. We're going to get everything set up for you, and then we'll start that.
9:30. I have a question.
Go ahead.
As a cadet, like, what do we refer to ourselves as when we go to that window? Like, you know how, like, you would say, like, deputy, then your name? What do we refer to ourselves?
You would call yourself a cadet with the sheriff's department. So,
10-4.
Yeah, whatever your rank is what you would be. So for me, I'm a staff sergeant. So I would say I'm Staff Sergeant Alexander with the CSSO or Sheriff's Office, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing, just said differently. But yeah, if you're a cadet, that's okay. But pull them over as a cadet. You know, you have more control over the situation than they do, even if you're a cadet. Nothing wrong with being one. You're gonna move up. So even if you're a cadet and you're patrolling as one, you could pull people over and you would just say that you're a cadet with the sheriff's department. Does anyone have any questions about the 1011 before we have y'all do?
None to refer to PTS.
Go ahead.
How do you do the ID thing where you show your ID?
That would be / isn't it show ID space first name space last name?
You could do /me hands ID, no?
You could do that. Okay, there it is. It's in chat. / show ID first name without the brackets and last name without the brackets.
Yeah.
So if you do that, that would be giving them the ID. When you're on patrol, you would never give people your ID. But if you're ever a civilian and you need to give people your ID, that's how you do it.
Right, 10-4.
I never RP as a civilian, so I never have to give people my ID. But yeah, so we'll sit tight with us, and we're gonna start this this demonstration for y'all. That way, y'all can do them yourselves.
Training's running smooth. Training's running smooth. Probationary. Let's see, who the highest one in this? Damn, I'm the highest one here actually. Damn. Who's ready?
Hey man, sorry for hitting you.
Oh, it's so funny, man.
I'll try not to do it again.
All right. So when a vehicle pulls up to you, you're going to all of you get in the vehicle.
Oh, not this one.
All of you get in your vehicle, and then when a vehicle comes to you, you will follow it and pull it over. You will be saying all of your callouts in the game towards the in-game dispatch. You will have
Get in your car.
Cop car along
Both of
with you who will be dispatched and your supervisor for the scene. So once you're all in your vehicles, we'll be able to start this, and again, just pull over whatever vehicle comes towards you. So each on the end. Nope, not. Nope. The car's on the end. Okay, you can go too. That's fine. Sorry, bud, you got juked.
Damn. Damn, son.
I had my clown. Don't worry. If it wasn't in training, if you're not pulling over a clown van, they don't pull over for you. They keep going even in priority call down.
Sit tight with us.
They normally are DMing. Okay, I'm gonna pull over the guy I punched.
That's legit.
Oh yeah, nah, can you wind down your window for me?
That's so legit. LOL. LOL, man. Damn, boy, they really about to get kicked.
Whose body is that on the floor?
I don't know, it's so random. It's so random. Seems legit.
Hey buddy, you okay?
I'm gonna call the corner for that, man. Hello. Oh, you better stop, bro, if we get in trouble. I'm laughing at you.
Whoa. Hands up.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
Oh,
This man really...
okay. Fair enough. Have a nice day. Do you reckon they'll allow us to like drive around right here?
You know, there's something on my car. I don't know why I put it on. I don't know how.
Do we have to stay here, or are we allowed to like drive up there?
Yeah, we gotta stay here. We gotta stay here.
Oh, God, I forgot what I'd do.
This is so boring, right?
Can I like? I'm gonna see if I do it right. Okay, something that's gonna pull you over. So what do I say? I'm Cadet Hart with the fucking Carolina State Sheriff Office.
I don't know, something like that.
Could I have your ID and proof of license and everything? Okay, so pretty much I don't just go up like, oh yeah, nah, oh yeah, nah, can I have fucking yeah, nah, can I have fucking ID now? Nah. I don't do that though. This thing kinda has like a fucked up grill. Like, look at the fucking
Yo,
grill.
press Y. Press Y, and then press Alt, and then press R.
What was that?
Your siren, dude. Press Y, then press Alt. Uh-oh.
Make the calls in game, please.
10-4. 804 dispatch.
Go for dispatch 804.
Show me on a 1011 on Fort Zancudo approach west on a black 4-door Raptor, one of times.
10-4, 10-11 toward the good approach road.
Okay. Oh my god, this thing's so annoying. Ding 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 ding, whatever crap. Oh my god. Okay, I put you over for going 20 over the speed limit. Camera your ID and registration. Anything else I know? Anything else I need to know in this vehicle?
Right.
Any type of guns or drugs?
No, I don't have any weapons in my vehicle currently, sir.
Okay.
And my ID and everything's in the glove box. Is that okay?
Yep. Put one hand on the steering, one hand on the glove. One hand on the glove box and one hand on the steering wheel, and you can reach for the glove box. And can you turn the vehicle off for me? Thank you.
Say again, sorry, sir.
Can you turn the vehicle off?
Turn my engine off.
Yes, please.
Oh yes, sorry, sir.
Thank you. And also, can you confirm your name?
Yep, my name's gonna be Josh Arrington.
Okay, thank you. Sit back, tight, sit tight.
Yes, sir.
804 dispatch.
Go for dispatch 804.
Can I get a 1027 on a Josh, and Josh, first name to be Josh, last name to be Ayrton.
10-4, wait one. Dispatch 804.
Here, go ahead.
Josh, Ayrton's getting fight clear, no wants, no warrants, no prior.
Uh, 804 dispatch.
Go for dispatch.
Can I get a 10? 1028 when ready.
10-9.
Can I get a 1028 when ready?
10-4, go for it.
It's gonna be J, just like Joshua. A as apple. R for round. 1. T for ton. O for over. N for never. I don't know, something like that. God.
10-4, 804, stand by. Dispatch 804.
804. Go ahead.
That license plate's gonna come back to Josh Ayrton's gonna come back clear, not stolen. Insurance is all up to date.
I had no training. Should I say go ahead dispatch? That's more better.
It's up to you. You can say that if you want.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, here's your driver's license back and registration for the vehicle. I'm gonna give you a ticket. It's gonna be 20 over. So can you please sign this? All the information's on the back. If you wanna pay it right now, you pay it, or you can call it in. Make sure you do it for the court date. Thank you.
Yep, exactly.
You'll be free to go once I get back to my vehicle and my lights off.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
You too.
Damn, I messed up. I know for something. 804 dispatch.
Go for dispatch 804.
Show me code 4 for my 10. I'll be back to enable available for calls.
10-4, 804, showing you back tonight.
Alright. So, I can definitely confirm from the training you was at yesterday, you did much better today. 100% much better. Few things you missed out then. So, remember, once you approach me the first time, make sure to greet yourself, okay? So, for example, you're up to that K with the Carolina Sheriff's Office, okay? Can you please turn your engine off? And then if my window's not rolled down, okay?
Okay.
That's right at the start, okay? I know you did say to turn my engine off a bit later, but you need to make sure you do that right at the start. And then you're kind of rushing it a little bit. I don't know if that was just me, but you're stuttering a lot, so you kind of slow it down. We're not in a rush, alright? At the end of the day, practice means perfect, but if you take your time, you'll do much better. Alright, that's all I got.
Alright, yeah, so I got in that initial dispatch call, I'm pretty sure you meant 1032s. Said it all a little bit fast, so
Yeah,
it might have been somewhere in there, but I didn't hear it. You said you didn't say your name when you approached the window, so you missed windows and engine, but you caught that later. So when you call for dispatch for the 1027, 1029, you gotta make sure you say 1029. You only called for the 1027. You did call for a 1028, and you did it properly, which I'm surprised, because most people in the basic trainings that call for a 1028 get it mixed up.
That was very good, actually, yeah. Glad you did that.
Yeah, and you called code 4 and back tonight, which I don't see many deputies calling scenes code 4, which is pretty impressive.
Well done, buddy. You did really well. Keep it up.
Do you want to do it again real
You're
quick,
free to-
or
That was pretty good. I don't really feel you need to.
okay?
It's just literally make sure you say additional 32s and do your greeting. That's literally it. Okay?
Okay.
And obviously 1027, 1029. That's the only things I would recommend to you, and then you got it perfect. But if you get yourself a ride along, then, or just, you know, go out on patrolling, you'll get it. Alright?
Alright.
Alright, well done.
I gotta
Go
agree,
ahead,
I
get
did.
back
I was
in
stuttering a
line.
lot, for sure. A lot, totally. I have to admit on that one, really a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, that was really good, this one. Yesterday's, when you was at this one yesterday, I know you didn't do so well. So you've really improved, so well done. Go ahead and get yourself back in line. Just stand in front of your vehicle.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello?
We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, can you tell one of them I accidentally left?
Have any of you not gone yet?
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, let's go.
Where did you go? 957?
Me? I did.
You did?
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was. I've done it before multiple times, but I only forgot two things, which was calling for an extra unit, but I didn't need one.
That was me too.
And I was too polite at the end, and I didn't tell them the reason why they were being stopped. I just blanked out. That's why. So
I was.
overthink sometimes and I fuck up.
For me, I was stuttering as goddamn 20 goddamn holy crap. Everything worse. I was stuttering, and also it was which was it? Stupid calling for 32. Yeah, it was that one. That question.
You start getting the hang of it once you start doing it on normal RP instead of training. You'll get the hang of it. It gets easier and easier.
Yeah, in RP it's way better, but I don't know why training's just different.
Yeah, because you're trying.
Yeah,
to
I just gotta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I
just
didn't.
gotta treat it like if it's RP.
True.
Yep.
I did absolutely dog shit. What about you?
One of you still have to go?
No, sir.
No, you're all done?
That's the affirmative.
No.
10-4. That van,
That truck
bro.
gives me PTSD, man.
That van's the
I've had
most
too
fun.
many situations and arrests with that truck.
Oh yeah, totally.
Serious.
The clown vans, all the clowns do, all they fucking do is just RDM and run. They don't stop.
Oh yeah, all I do is just kill you and they honk the horn 20
They
times.
scared me,
Goddamn.
man. I've pulled over like
okay,
400 of those vans.
Let's hope the the supervisors and shit can't hear us. But if I see a clown van, I don't pull it over. I don't fucking do that shit. I call higher up for that.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
totally.
nope.
No, you caught 32s right away. What do you mean?
I get a code 5 on them.
Yeah, I know.
They're all terrifying. They have duffel bags and shit, and they'll pull out an AR. And you're like,
Oh yeah, out of nowhere.
It's happened so many times.
Yo, real quick, bro, I can't even drive that Tahoe, folks. I ain't finna lie about open that. Y'all already know that highway boy. On the mountains, boy.
My neck's broken. My neck won't move. Help. Where's CK? I need to go punch him.
Yo, punch him. Punch him. Punch him. Punch me. I do. I do. You won't. You won't. No balls. You won't. No balls. You won't. I know you won't.
Oh, I hope you know now. Whenever I see you in the gym, it's gonna run up to your
Yo, I dare you to shoot somebody. I dare you, folks. I ain't finna lie. You gonna get kicked right away. I ain't finna lie.
I'm just gonna do it. Like fucking. Oh!
Uh-oh. R.I.P. Did he die?
They call me Conor McGregor when I'm on training.
I'm surprised. Ain't none of them ran to you. I'm surprised, bro.
I'm bleeding.
I think it was because we were all sort of fighting each other. Wasn't just one person bashing someone standing still. There is a dead body here.
804 PTS.
Go ahead.
You saw happens, right?
Oh.
What? Huh?
953 is punching 948 like 20 times.
What's going on? What's up?
Someone's in
He
trouble.
hit me, so I hit him back.
Okay. Just no hitting, guys.
Damn, nice truck, coach.
Alright, the 10-11's over.
Yeah, I think so. Isn't there one more person?
There's one more, so y'all just sit tight.
Yeah,
y'all just sit tight. And
no
then
punching.
We'll get into the next section. If any of y'all punch each other again, we'll have fun.
Just keep your hands off your keyboard.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right here then. I'm gonna get over here so I can get
Oh
punched.
no, that was a purpose. He purposely hit me. He came up from behind me. I was facing this way walking to CK.
It's
He ran up
okay.
behind
So
me,
if I don't
and
get
turned
punched or
around and
anything,
punched him.
Okay,
It's
okay,
fine,
okay.
just don't do it again.
okay.
Alright, sit tight, please.
You know, did a 1-2 Mayweather on him. I'm gonna get blacklisted real quick.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go behind here and do some fucking practice on me boxing.
Okay. Okay, buddy. Now when you get you blacklisted, it'll be funny now, buddy. It'll be funny. I would not if I was you. Keep doing that. Honestly, I'll just stop. I'll just stop if I was you.
Did you know there was like fucking there's an Australian cop who actually he got a promotion because he was pulling someone over, and when he was arrested, and the guy spat on him, so the cop knocked him.
The only thing you guys should be doing right now is standing in front of your vehicles, alright? That's it. This is your guys' last
Yeah.
This stuff's
Yeah, I'm just having a conversation about the Australian cop that knocked someone out the other day.
Alright, stand in front of your vehicle.
Yeah, anyway, CK, so like what I was saying, yeah, there was an Australian cop, he got a promotion because he was pulling someone over and they spat on him, so the cop laid him out, like one punch in the head knocked him out.
Damn. Your uppercut, boy. Boy's got uppercut.
I would demonstrate it, but I feel like I'm going to be yelled at if I do it, so I'll demonstrate it after training, okay? Meet me at the back of the sheriff office and I'll show you. You can catch these hands.
You can catch these hands.
Okay, they're watching us now.
Oh yeah. I bet they have gold chat on. I bet, you know.
No more catching hands.
No more catching hands. Bro, low key though, man, those Tahoes are sexy though. I feel like, coach. Like, look at those Tahoes. Like, god damn, bro.
402 to 308 direct.
Shit, not me.
Bro, I'm low key.
That was my old fucking, that was my FBI call time. Something like 308.
Bro, I wish I could draw that Tahoe. I ain't feeling like old Tahoe looking dope, folks. God damn, like holy.
Well, if you stop knocking people out, you'll be able to drive that Tahoe.
Oh yeah, I'm driving so bad.
Knock some people out on a traffic stop, you'll get a promotion.
Oh yeah, totally. I know what you're talking about. Supervisor. Look at that. So it seems legit, man.
Man,
So
look
I
at
did.
him.
That's what I did, literally. That's legit copy.
That car just did a fucking. He just flip.
That car did not do a flip.
He's got a. He just did a fucking neon.
That was trick
Like, you're
190.
being watched now.
That was a 90, boys. Open that.
That's doing
You already know.
360, 90.
But low key, man,
Okay,
this man
next
just whipped
person I
that.
hit, sadness will apply pressure to your blood.
Hey, yo, 946 on my left. If you punch anybody, you are gonna get kicked or blacklisted. So don't kick nobody or shoot nobody. Okay.
We do that after training when we take the badge.
Or during now, see what happens.
Royal
You know, anything
Rumble at
worse.
the back of the PD.
Hey,
At
I
the
would
back
Not
of the PD,
Royal
recommended
Rumble.
for you, but you know what they say.
WWE Raw.
I'm a World Heavyweight Championship.
Just know that, guys. If I get
UFC.
promoted to what is it called, Deputy 1, I get to drive a Charger. That's faster, boy.
1-2 Mayweather.
One to make with my Charger.
Yeah, 1-2 Mayweather, you charge it.
Wait, how do you get promotion?
I already got last training. I got promoted.
There's a way to get a promotion, but it's not recommended.
But it's not easy though. Say.
Pay Palm $50 and you'll probably get an automatic promotion, but if you don't want to pay Palm $50, just like, I don't know, just do good work and don't 1-2 Mayweather up the cops during training.
1-2 Mayweather.
Which you've done. Which you've done.
921 PTS.
Go ahead.
Can I be right back in for like 2 seconds?
10-4. Yeah, we'll start here.
Thank you.
Just in a second.
Thank
No,
you.
you're not allowed to have a life. You're staying right here. Okay, when they're not looking, who wants to box you on cars?
804 PTS.
Go ahead.
Are we gonna do the convoy to Los Santos Airport?
Correct. Thanks
I
for
like he thought
spoiling
he was
that.
about to
Let's
report me.
go. That's the best part, man.
I thought he was about to report me then for like saying if he wants to box out the back of the car after training weekend. But he's a good boy, he won.
Boys,
Anyway, who's putting bets on the fight?
yo, we're gonna do the convoy to Los Santos, bro. Code 2 and 3 and 1. Bro, it's so fun. Y'all better not crash, cause y'all crash.
What is that?
It's RIP, man. We drive in a straight
Until we
line
get to
and they
1-2
follow us.
Mayweather,
And we
everyone.
drive.
921, I'm back.
So we get in a
Lovely.
straight line and we just follow each other to Los
Welcome
Santos
back,
Airport. We
Trav.
found code 3, 2,
Yeah.
1. And do not
Were you
crash.
in the toilet?
Yeah, I already did spoil it because I already know about this training.
Not in the toilet, in the kitchen.
Wait, I want some popcorn.
Toilet.
Yeah, I want some popcorn.
Hey, trying to know if y'all if y'all mess up,
If you
bro,
don't give me
RIP.
popcorn, I'll get you blacklisted. I'll take you out the back and 1-2 Mayweather you after training.
Low key. So guys, I have a question real quick. So if somebody was spawning a wireless vehicle and put on it for everyone, could I get into it and I could save it?
No.
Damn.
No, you won't be able to spawn it, you just gotta sit in the like,
Yeah.
you can't drive it.
It's
Damn.
gonna just disappear.
Damn.
Because I had an off-duty, Crown Vic, but when I didn't get, when I
Escalade.
Okay.
I can't use it.
Tahoe.
Okay, that's starting.
Okay, so I'm going to be going over codes. These would be used when you're in a 1080, let's say, or in this case, when you're in a convoy.
Bet.
There,
Say no more.
does anyone
Say it,
know the
bet.
codes? Aside from
804
804?
PTS.
921.
Code 1, Code 2, and Code 3.
Yes.
Piece of crap.
Code 1 being
knock 'em out, bro.
no lights, no sirens, following every traffic law that you would as a Code 2 is going to be lights, no sirens, and you have to blip sirens at intersections along with horn to let people know that you're going through. Now Code 3 is going to be lights, sirens, as well as if
Damn,
you're
look at that.
feeling it,
Oh,
you
boy.
can go ahead and horn, honk, and change pitch of sirens when going through
I think
intersections.
it's an S. Yeah, it's Escalade. but
Now these
I
will
don't
all
know.
be used in 1080s or when you're responding
Or
to
Korea,
situations.
Yukon Denali, XL, something like that. I don't
Now
know.
we're in this
Thing is
case
the-
in convoys
I don't know,
we're going to be over
the Tahoe?
we're going to be going over ways
I haven't seen
to
the
I guess
219 tile yet. I'm
there's
looked at it
there's
probably,
single
see what it looks
file
like.
and
They all
there's
look the same,
zigzag.
honestly, in my
Now
opinion.
they're pretty self-explanatory. Single file, you're all going in one lane all behind each other. Zigzag is where every other person would change into the opposite lane, such as how it's going to be demonstrated.
931 PTS.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
How do you like change the sirens? Like,
Are you on keyboard and mouse or control?
keyboard.
Keyboard and mouse. You also I almost forgot to mention you have two sets of sirens. First can be
Bro, I didn't know
activated by
about that.
pressing
Make one.
left alt or the comma key while you have your lights on. And the other set can be turned on by pressing the up. So you can have two sirens going at once. But to change sirens, you can press R, I believe. And I believe there's you can also scroll down on the mouse wheel to change siren.
10-4.
And for anyone on controller as well, to blip your sirens, you press B, and to change sirens, I'm not entirely sure, but you can
I
just
play on
stay at the
controller.
same.
I can explain it if needed.
Well, if you'd like to, go ahead then.
So turn your lights on a controller. It's your left on the D-pad. Turn your first siren on. It's down. Second set up. And change your second set or your first set. It's going to be B. And then the horn is left analog stick.
All right, thank you.
125 to BTS.
Go ahead, 925.
I gotta go.
Uh, 10-4. You'll probably have to go to another training for the convoy as well as the pit training that we're gonna
10-4.
do after we get down to LA.
Hey, 925. Hold tight, real quick, just 1 second. All right, yeah, you can go. Just make sure you get in and complete a training within the next week.
804 PTS.
Go ahead.
I believe that Espedo tile over there is nobody in it or in it. Might want to deviate.
Okay, we'll take care of it. Thank you. But yeah, Sadness, just make sure you take care of getting in training within the next week, okay? Other than that, you're dismissed.
Sadness.
Back to the convoy. There's also another code that's going to be called out. It's not exactly a code, but it's switch, where you essentially switch the zigzag, where you would just go to the opposite lane and proceed as normal there. Now, most of the officers behind 1 and 2 didn't actually switch. I'm sure you get the idea.
Gotta take a washroom.
Anyways, that's about all I can think of for the codes and convoy callouts. Anyone else have anything to add that I might?
None, but you want me to DV Santa's car?
You can. Thank you.
Did you go over switch?
Yeah, I just did.
It's easier going 60 miles an hour because you literally just change lanes.
Yeah.
Switching is just switching lanes. Yeah, all of you can definitely go ahead and get in your vehicles. If you don't have one, you can spawn your Taurus in, and then you will follow whoever's leading the convoy. Go ahead and head to the stop sign.
I never did.
Okay, so you will follow behind the stop sign. I need one person in the back of the convoy, one of my FTA in the back of the convoy.
Hey, no, go. Okay, tell my his crew.
Then everybody else
The
on
higher
the
ups.
side, making sure nobody gets out of line.
Alright, so the easy way we're gonna do this is people on the far right go ahead and start heading over to the stop sign. People along the line just
Go.
Is that still Sadness on the very end?
10-4.
Alright.
Sadness is no longer in the Discord. I
You
don't
gonna
know
go?
if he's still in the
There we go.
His pet is still doing the copy emote.
Just a second.
Okay. We'll just leave him there.
Okay, we're gonna go in code 1 until we reach the end of the bridge, which means no lights, no sirens, following all traffic laws. Stay behind me.
Hold on just a second before you guys go. Hold on, stop. If you are caught screwing around or doing stuff you're not supposed to do, like not blipping your sirens and horns through intersections, you will be run off the road. Do you understand that? And we will talk to you.
10-4.
And
Go ahead, proceed.
be advised, try to keep a car length or two between the person in front of you. Don't want to be ramming into anyone. And if you're having desync problems, call that out using PTS. We'll move you back to the back of the line where you can't do as much damage.
Space should not be this wide. Try and keep it 1 to 2 car lengths. Catch back up. I know there's a stop sign.
Please
Just catch
advise,
up.
the last second is desyncing badly on my screen.
Second to last. Okay, yeah, just pull in front of them. There you go. Fixed it on your own. Wonderful. Thank you.
That's frightening.
9:30. Did you ask for PTS?
No.
10-4.
Okay, from here we're going code 2. So it's code 3, which means blipping your lights and sirens when you're going through into.
Back car, fix the gap. I know you're having decent problems, but you still get a bit closer.
10-4.
Okay, and now code 3.
Eight or 4 PTS.
931 PTS.
The second unit, before first, he's desyncing.
I'm gonna.
Okay, once we get into 2-lane traffic, into zigzag.
You shouldn't be going fast enough over these hills where you lift off the ground.
10-4.
2-lane roads into zigzag.
You guys shouldn't be passing each other like that. There's no reason to be passing each other.
A lot of you are missing the concept of zigzag. One vehicle after another and the other.
You guys shouldn't be beside each other and passing each other. Well, what are you guys doing?
Second vehicle, other lane.
If you're not in proper zigzag within the next 10 seconds,
Okay, back into single.
Blip your horns at intersections. Come on.
Into zigzag. There we go. Okay, and switch. Let's switch again. Back into single file. With the right lane.
Still code 3.
10-4. Okay, into zigzag on this road. And switch. Okay, code 2 in single file.
Okay, everyone line up, single file line on the airstrip. Follow that car with lights on.
Okay, in code 1.
Single file line behind the car with the lights on at the airstrip. That's gonna be single file behind me. All of you should be able to fit. Single file behind me. Behind me. You're beside me. If you're in a Taurus, I expect you to be behind in the line. Okay. Alright, sit tight. We're gonna get this pit going. Real quick, can anyone tell me what pit stands for? Not what it is, not what you do, but what pit stands for? No one? Okay. So PIT stands for Pursuit Intervention Technique, which is what we're going to demonstrate currently. So when you use this, it is going to be during a 1080 most likely. 99% of the time, it's going to be during a 1080. So when you would use this, you are chasing an individual. They are not stopping. The chase has gone on for quite some time, or even more than 30 seconds at this point, and they are going to be endangering the public with reckless driving and speeding. Trad, your game crashed?
Yep.
Okay, just try to load it back in. So, with that being said, you're going to be pursuing somebody. So, your RTO callouts in a pursuit is going to be very similar to your 1011. So, what I mean by that is when you're on a 1080 with somebody, you're going to give the same amount of, like, the same style of call out. So you're going to let dispatch or RTO know your location, the vehicle description, how many occupants, and you do need backup, because in a 1080 you are going to need backup. It's just how it is. So you are going to give your call out to dispatch. So, for example, Tanner, if you want to be dispatched for me,
10-4.
It would sound like this. Okay, I don't know who's in that vehicle, but could somebody talk to them? They're getting in line. I don't know who they are.
Hey, who are you?
Who are you, dude? This is a training. You need to go where? Hey.
975 now.
He's not with us, is he?
Oh, hang on a second.
He's a default ped. Get him out of
Name
here.
is Oni TV.
Put him in the bin.
There it is.
Okay, so your RTO call out will sound kind of like 308 to dispatch.
Dispatch, go ahead.
Show me in a 1080 on Palace. What is the last word of this?
Place.
Place? Okay. Place. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna use a different name.
I see New Empire Way.
Okay. That's weird. I'm getting a road I've never even
I'm getting Pali's place.
Palace Place, yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna use Joshua. 3-8 to dispatch.
Dispatch, go ahead.
Show me on a 1080 on Joshua Road facing northwest in direction with a gray and color four-door Charger, one times occupant, additional 32s required.
10-4, showing you 1080. Dispatch to 402 and 404.
Go ahead.
Please attach that 1080 with 308.
10-4 attaching.
All right.
Center.
So now that dispatch knows and they just dispatched 2 additionals to my location, I am then going to keep up my active location. So when you're on a certain road and you're facing a certain direction, you always want to give your direction, because if you're going south on a road, you're going to be going one way, right? But if you're facing north, you're going to be going the opposite. And especially on the highway, for example, or the freeway, they're going to need to know which location and which like direction you're facing. That way they know which side of the road to be on, so that they can assist you to the best of their ability. But you're going to constantly update dispatch. That doesn't mean dispatch, I'm now on this road, I'm on this road, I'm on this road, I'm on this road. Like, you don't need to rapid fire it, but whenever you turn onto a new road or it changes directional path, you are going to update dispatch. So if we turn from Joshua onto Panorama, I would say 08 or 20s now off of Panorama Drive facing north or whatever.
Look at my radar on.
That way they know that you are now turned on to Panorama. You can shorten that up and say now turning 308, we're now turning on to Panorama. Because most people in the RTO is going to know that you're in a 1080, because that's going to be the active priority most likely. So you're going to just update the location when you can. When there are more than 2 officers in a 1080, one is going to be primary and one is going to be secondary. Secondary always keeps up the location, while primary remains focused on, hey, get that guy out of here. Remains focused on the actual driving aspect and trying to perform a pit technique. So that is kind of setting up the demonstration we're about to do. So if everyone wants to go and spectate me, that would be great. Just go F1 menu, hit online players, go down to my name. I am the 5th player on the player list. Hit my name and hit spectate. To unspectate, you do the same exact thing and it will take you out of spectating. So for my training, you are going to pit on the passenger side. If you're in one lane of traffic and there is no oncoming traffic, you technically can pit on either side. I do not want you to pit on either side for this training or in normal patrol, because most of the time, 95% of the time when you're on these roads, there is oncoming traffic. If you pit on the driver's side, it is then going to turn the vehicle towards your left and into oncoming traffic, and there can be a major car crash. I want you all to pit on the passenger side. For safety and public safety, we pit on passenger side. That's how I teach. Some people might not think that, but that's how I teach. That's how I personally do things for the safety of other drivers and for the driver that you're pitting. You don't want them to get injured or completely destroy their vehicle and hurt them. You want to stop them from driving the direction they are and get them stopped. So if you could pull up for me. So you are going to pit on this side, the passenger side. The position I have my vehicle is exactly where you want to pit. It is going to be that back right tire well, which means the tire well is where you're going to put your front left bumper or your ram bar. Somebody get this truck out of here. Okay, sorry about this, guys. So this is the spot you pick, and you pit them there. When you're doing this above 60 miles an hour, it will then turn their vehicle, and their side of their vehicle will be on your ram bar, and it will push them over to the side of the road. That is how you want to do them, and you will effectively stop them. If it is not successful, then you will just say it's not successful. Um, so real quick, this is all done while you're in a 1080. So there's a call out again. Sorry, I know these are a lot of call outs, but you'll catch on, I promise. So there's more call outs when you're doing your pit. So it's really basic. It just goes like this: 308 to dispatch,
Dispatch, go ahead.
requesting pit,
Weather and traffic.
clear and clear,
10-4, pit authorized.
10-4, attempting pit, pit unsuccessful. All right, so if it's
10-4.
unsuccessful and you just ram into the side of the vehicle, it's unsuccessful and you tell dispatch that it is. If it is successful, then you say that it's successful and that's that. So basically, you're asking for authorization for the pit. Once authorization is given or a timer is given, you will go off that command. Um, but if they ask for weather and traffic, which they will, you then give them updates on weather and traffic. If it's heavy traffic, say heavy traffic, no rain. Or if it's clear and clear, no traffic, no rain, you say no traffic, no rain, or clear and clear, as long as it's short, concise, and to the point. That way they know what the traffic and weather looks like. If it's heavy traffic, heavy rain, you're probably not going to get approved for a pit because that's a dangerous time to do one. If it's clear and there's nothing in the way, you're going to be approved for pit or you're going to be given a pit timer. Once that time is up, dispatch will let you know when to pit and then you will do that. For our example, you will be automatically given access to pit and you will do that. If you pit and it is successful, you call out to dispatch, pit successful or pit failure, and then go from there. Everyone understand?
10-4.
10-4.
Expect you to understand. If you have any questions, let me know now. We're about to do a live demonstration, and then each and every one of you are going to do one yourself. Any questions?
Negative.
Perfect. We are going to go ahead and get started. So if you want to go ahead. 308 to dispatch.
Dispatch, go ahead.
Could I get a pit
Weather and traffic.
clear and clear?
Pit's authorized.
10-4, attempting pit. Pit successful.
10-4, pit successful.
All right. So we are going about 90 there, and I pit successfully. You see how I did that? How I kind of steered out and in at the right time, right position, and it hit his back left tire wheel, and he spun out. Okay, that's how you want to do it. You don't want to completely. Everyone's still watching, so you don't want to completely just go for your pit and then literally just like crash into the side of their vehicle. Okay, you want to strategically time and place your vehicle in the position it needs to go to pit how I did the first time. This isn't a ramming procedure. This isn't to crash into them and wreck their car. This is to stop them, and it is an intervention technique. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. All of you are going to perform that on this civilian car, and you are going to be doing all of the call outs. I expect you all to do really well. So the first person in line, if you want to go ahead and start your chase, you can go ahead and do that.
Hold on, I just got one question for them really quick if my
Okay.
vehicle spawns in.
Yeah,
All right. Question for you guys right now. No, Explorer, come back here. Back.
I know this question already.
All right, what's the problem with this picture right here?
804 PTS.
Go ahead.
I believe. I know a tourist cannot pit a pickup truck for sure. I don't know about your question though.
Okay, so what is the biggest issue here with if I was in a chase in this truck and I was chasing a guy in that size of vehicle, what kind of issues could come up here? Anybody know?
921 PTS.
921, go ahead.
The Explorer could possibly flip over.
Yes. So you never pit a car that is way smaller than yours. Like, so this truck should only be pitting other trucks. So, like, okay, I should not see people trying to pit a small little Dodge Charger like that with a truck like this. You want something, you want to match the size. So here's the issue with big trucks pitting little cars, especially big, powerful trucks. The pit could be successful, and then they could literally go underneath your car, and you can kill them. Also, with small cars to bigger vehicles, like if the Charger there that's backing up were to try to pit me, he could actually. Okay, well, yeah, he can move my car, but if let's say we're going about 85 and he tries to pit me and I've got enough momentum, he's going to slide and then spin out and possibly crash. So you always want to try to look at the size of your vehicle compared to the vehicle you're pitting. If you're way bigger than them, I would get another unit to do it. If you're smaller than them, I'd still get another unit. So I've actually seen a officer in the city I live in get killed because he was trying to pit a vehicle that was twice his size and drove into a dividing wall on the freeway. So just try to keep the size and speed in mind for that.
All right. So if I have two people who drive alongside and observe, and you are free to continue when you're ready. Whoever's up first. Who's up first?
When you're ready, put your sign.
Too late to dispatch.
Dispatch, go ahead.
Can I get a pit?
Weather and traffic.
Clear and clear.
Go for pit.
Pit unsuccessful.
10-4.
Call 1080.
Go into creative first. Go into creative.
I'll see the Discord. I'm in the Discord.
Okay, let's try that again. We're going back.
Go back behind him. Go back over there.
Yeah, he's coughing, he's spectating.
Yeah.
Just off in Discord.
That's when I go.
Super high, higher than the sky.
He ain't getting demo. I know he ain't getting ain't no. Yeah, you don't do that. You do not do that to that right now, coach. But what I'm gonna do is make sure I have my liquid on.
Too late to dispatch.
Dispatch, go ahead.
Can I get a pit?
Weather and traffic.
Clear and
Pit authorized.
pit successful.
10-4. Pit successful.
Cool, all nighter tested. Yeah, I agree. This is kind of.
We're not getting up. I'm not getting what's it called promotion either.
921 PTS.
What?
Do we call for 1080 on this, or are we just calling for pit?
No, so we just call for pit. You kind of would already be in a 1080. Yeah, we just went over the call signs for 1080, but yeah,
Okay,
we're just doing the pit aspect of a 1080.
308.
Go ahead.
Can you take over dispatch for a minute? I gotta use the restroom.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, next in line. If you've already gone, go ahead and head to back up further.
Non-faded dispatch.
Go ahead.
I got a pit.
And for weather and traffic.
Clear and clear.
And for authorized for pit.
Me? I played a few games with VX.
I got my radar on. What's up?
Right, turn around and go again.
Oh man, what a day, folks. What a day.
Non-faded dispatch.
Go ahead.
Can I get a pit?
10-4 weather and traffic.
Clear and clear.
Go ahead. Pit the authorized.
Dang, one card flying.
Pit successful.
Would I pit a Ford Focus, whatever that car is? I probably wouldn't, to be honest. I don't know.
Technically, no.
Looks small.
It is pretty small. It's very light. It's a very,
Oh yeah,
very light car.
totally. That'd be a question I'm
My friend
gonna
has
ask.
one. I
Yep,
drove
same.
It goes insane.
804 PTS. 804 PTS.
Go ahead.
Would I pit a Ford Focus? Ford Focus?
Ford Focus?
Yeah.
You could in a chart.
This blue car.
It's a little bit smaller than you, but we don't have a car smaller than that. So,
Okay.
yes, you would use your Charger or Taurus, either one.
That Ford Focus too is pretty fast and strong. So.
804 pit. Pit. Question pit. 804 question pit.
10-4 weather and traffic.
All clear.
10-4 go for pit.
10-4. 804 going for pit. Pit successful.
10-4. Hey, y'all keeping notes on who's doing these?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah, no, I was listening.
Hi. Oh. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, just could you keep an eye? We have multiple people in wreck so far, so.
Am I good?
Alexander, you want to hear a secret?
Am I good?
Sure.
Wait. Go on. You're good.
Y'all need.
Where is Israel?
Yeah, you can go.
Come up.
Mm-hmm. I'm intoxicated.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, 804 just have a question on our vehicles. I heard that we can
Like if
you
you're on a
can max out
runway,
an
you
engine
kinda
and put
gotta
turbo
go
on.
with
Is that right?
Do what?
Max out engine and put turbo on it. Is that a thing you could do?
I believe so.
Hit those dashes, dog.
I never put turbo on
I said
my
that to me like
vehicles.
20 times.
Okay, because some way in the shit department
engine
told me I could do
upgrades.
that.
You can do engine upgrades and stuff, but I never really put turbo.
Okay.
Only if they see how many assists I've had.
921 dispatch.
Am I allowed to get out of my car and have a look, or is that unsafe? Is that you up there?
Wait,
Tom?
what?
Am I allowed to get out of my car and just like have a look, or is that unsafe?
I would stay in your car for right now.
My legs are getting sore.
I know, this isn't my training, this is Alexander's training. I'm only here supervising.
I'm gonna come sit over here.
Hey, yo, real quick. There's two chargers that we have. So what's the first charger we get to use? First vehicle? It's like some sort of Charger 18, I think it's called. I don't know, something like that.
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked at the vehicle and uniform roster in a while.
Okay. Do you mind if I spawn in
Hey,
it though?
yeah.
Just spawn in the W1 vehicle real quick. See what it looks like.
Dispatch, you ready?
Can I though? Spawn in
10-4.
real quick. I have the vehicle informers.
Hold on a second.
921 dispatch.
Go for dispatch.
Can I get a pit timer started?
10-4. What are weather and traffic?
Clear and clear.
Pit approved. You could go for it now.
Line up our fucking roundabouts. There we go.
Pit successful.
Hey Tanner, or anyone here,
Hold on just a second.
any Americans here? Is it required to have a front plate? on the vehicle?
The deputy one vehicle is the Charger I'm in right now.
Thank you. It looks so cold. I ain't finna lie though.
Is that everyone?
Is it required to have a front plate on your
10-4.
vehicle in America or not?
Okay, so
yes.
everyone, you are
Do you have to
free
have one?
to leave the
have
server. Make
front
sure you
and back.
delete your vehicles before doing so, but
Awesome.
remain in this channel. We're going to go over your notes and bring you in one by one and evaluate you on what you've done during this training and how well you did
I got fire
and what
training
you need
after
to work
this.
on. So if y'all could just sit tight in this training for us.
Did you say DV your
But you can
cars?
leave the server if you want and like
Yeah, I
watch
got fire
YouTube
and EMS training
while
after
you
this.
wait for us to talk to you. But yeah, just remain in the Discord channel here with us, and we'll pick you in just in a few minutes.
804 PTS.
Go ahead.
Can I spawn in the Deputy 1 car, see what it looks like?
Not until you're a Deputy 1.
Thank you.
It's the Chargers you all of us driving, by the way.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions?
Alright, we'll be right with you guys.
So who do you reckon's not gonna make it?
You should be there. You might get it ranked up. And I
Do you reckon they mind if we do speed tests on our vehicles up and down the runway?
You should put turbo and max your engine out and transmission, everything like
Yeah, I do. I took your car.
that. Oh, you did? That's legit.
I wish we could have like 2 options for a cadet car, like
Oh, yeah.
this car, maybe a different car. Am I being pulled over?
Seems legit. Man, if they could be undercover tourists, that'd be dope, man. Undercover for the cadets, you know? Just imagine, you would never see that one coming.
They should have like cadets for like an undercover, like you can be a cadet in undercover, like apply for an undercover sheriff. Oh, don't worry, I had someone in the survey the other day trying to tell me that he was a sheriff, public officer, detective, undercover.
That's legit. Really not. That's something.
And then we had Shadness in here when there was a bank heist. He applied pressure to blood. That's why I keep saying to him, applied pressure to blood. And now I'm gonna be 1-2 Mayweather and everyone.
1-2 Mayweather.
Oh, we could do you want to come over to the hangar and fucking 1-2 Mayweather?
Yeah, I wanna do that.
Yeah, Hannah, come to the hangar.
What the heck is smell? Hacker!
Can I practice a pit on someone?
Are you kidding me? 20
Hannah?
It's with me next. The focus.
I'm done. I'm done, dude. I'm right on the roof, man. I'm like, what the man? What happened, dude?
Gotta put on a show.
What
Oh,
type of
look at that.
show? Whoa,
I
whoa,
didn't know.
whoa, whoa, there, buddy.
I did!
That's some next level stuff, man.
On my life 2 times.
Slow down a bit so I can catch up. These things aren't very fast. Okay, go.
Hey CK, how do you think you did tonight?
I think I did pretty good. I could improve on my 10-11 callouts. Otherwise, that's pretty it. That's all I got.
Okay. What about your 10-11 callouts? Do you think you could do better on?
Yeah, totally.
Yes, what
What
was that you could do
about
better?
them?
Oh wait, my 10-11. I meant first my 10-11 without what's it called what's
Well,
it called?
your 10 codes. What about them do you think you could do better at?
Talking. There we go.
Okay. Just kind of getting it more clear.
Yeah, clear speech. Speaking.
Okay. For sure. Yeah, that takes time. But yeah, you should just take your time and never rush yourself. Be calm and in the moment, and you should be good. And also, don't overthink it. Like, know what you need to say in the time, and just say it. Is kind of the only advice I could give. It just kind of takes practice and takes some time to get used to kind of our procedures and how we do things. But after a little bit of time, you should be more accustomed to it. You should be good. But with what we saw tonight, we are going to be promoting you up to Deputy 1. So, with that being said, there are definitely a little bit more expectations we expect of you, and some more we expect out of you. I'll obviously make sure you're filling out those time cards for patrolling. Um, and that's one of the big things. As your rank, your main goal is to patrol and to keep the peace out on these servers. So make sure you're doing that. And again, if you have any questions, ask any of your fellow deputies, and then just follow chain of command there on out.
Hey, real quick, I have a question, real quick. BTS 804.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, my question was, what's my question? I forgot it. Never mind. 22 it.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, if you think of it at all, or if you have any other questions,
Oh, I got you.
just all right. Yeah, just make sure you follow chain of command with that.
Is it okay if I do a 10, 12 for my friend that's PO? He didn't make it into sheriff though. Into, yeah, department.
Tanner, what is the policy on giving POs ride-alongs?
I believe I asked my higher ups to if I can do it with my supervisor. I believe something like that.
Yeah, Tanner, do you know if we give ride-alongs to POs? Or?
That's a gray area. Preferably no, because if they're not in the department, they're not really our concern to give ride-alongs to. Yeah, I would stick to a no on that one.
Okay.
All right. So also, it looks like your badge has a background to it. I don't know how you saved that, but if you just click, like when you make your new one for being a deputy 1, if you right click on it and just save image, that way it doesn't have the background. It'll look kind of cleaner and more professional without that white background. So just make sure you do that for your next badge.
Okay. I had a problem making my badge doing the NCM, I think it was, something like that. I couldn't make it, so I had help my other higher ups to make it for me because it would not work for me. It wouldn't.
Okay. Well, yeah. For your next badge, make sure it's all looks a little bit more professional.
Okay.
Do we have his call sign? His new call sign?
Yeah. So your call sign is 669. Make sure you read your new expectations, update your badge, and everything like that.
Okay.
And you'll be good to go. Your call sign is 669.
All right. So this time you are dismissed. Make sure you do
said
all of the updating to your badge and call sign. It is 669.
Okay, I got it.
Yep. But other than that, you are free to go.
And congratulations.
Congratulations.
New car, let's go. Charger.
Enjoy it. You are dismissed.
I with my 1080s full totally.
Make sure you have a light bar on it, because I see a lot of deputies without a light bar.
Okay.
Make sure you have a light bar on.
I will.
I'm getting the slowest time of my life.
Jab the Charger. Let's go, baby. Charger, gang, 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 gang. Charger, let's go. Let's get my Charger.
Are you a deputy now?
10-4. Let me get my code for the Charger, baby. Let's go.
I wanna get from.
I hope I do, but I want to do my fire training. If I have that next too. Yeah, I have just fire training next. I'm hailing to Langdon.
Look at that Charger. Yo, that car is sick. Let's go. Let's go for a vroom vroom. Yeah, do that. Ooh, that car is sick. Charger. Holy shit. Did you put the turbo on it? Yeah. yeah. Yes. Go for a ride. Go for a ride.
Let's go, my
God.
brother. Let's go, my brother.
But I think it's my turn now.
All I want is to beat you, son. What will happen if I jump out?
Oh shit. Yo, the guy was saying he was dead. We have to res him.
Out the vehicle, hands up.
Oh shit.
Well, boys, I got the promotion. Know what I'm saying? Here we go. We're gonna go. Y'all want to see this real quick? Look at this. Ooh. Let me just real quick on my vehicle. My vehicle. Put those back actions. Let's do that red door. Do good enough, man. Here do we do it. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Undercover Dodge Charger. There it is. A green Dodge, white. Okay, there it is. They're flexing now.
Oh, combat. Nice. I like that. I have two lunches. What was your life as a gangster? As a youngster? Ruthless. My style as a juvenile. Ran with a gang. You know what I mean about gang. So what I mean gang.
I need to make the badge, man. Make the badge. Oh man. Here we go.
I have three empty lunch pads. He's almost killed me, Doc. Wait, I can't get up to the mountain. Okay. Oh, why, yo? I'm running out of mats. It's cracked. He's so low. Yeah, I don't know how I knocked him. That man fell off.
NCM. That one.
Ruthless. My style as a juvenile. Ran with a gang.
It's gonna be a 669. do it this way. I'm just gonna make one batch.curator. Search model's gonna be S.
There are minis, even.
Line 1's going to be. Here's want to see what I'm doing, guys. Yeah, yes, I do. Okay, guys, I'll show you it.
No,
Thank you.
Paul's already a drop spot.
Actually, I'm not dead. I'm not
Plus,
dead
Paul
anymore.
stopped,
I'm
so.
gonna be, yeah. One's gonna be. WT. Let me see how they have theirs on the deputies ones.
I can hold minis. Okay, hold that.
Let's see how one looks like. Okay, deputy 1.
I have a heavy sample too, by the way.
Deputy 2 is 3 signs. Let's see, choose the seal.
Okay, but you can go into this right here. Go to this. Dang it. My style is drifting around again. Five. I farmed a lot, Doc. I ain't going up there, Doc. This game's gay. And my Tupperware just got destroyed by. Oh my god. This game is bugged. What do you need? Oh, I have a little bit barely moving. We're just gonna walk it out. We can just walk it. That's what happened though. Why do.
Oh, I can't find it.
Yeah, it's right here. I want to snack one. Yeah. Tag 150. I
I'm looking for NCM and.
Why? You have.
Oh, there we go. Line 3 is gonna be call sign, so 669. Line 4 is going to be this right here.
Okay, I'm trying. I can't go right now. I had to use my own because they broke it like bones. And I'm dead.
Copy it.
I'm 2 HP. I'm launching again. No, I can't. Yes, I do, but like we have to get farther. Cause we're gonna get deputies in it. I need to use. Yo, I have nothing. Oh my god! There's more people. Come here, come here. I have one more launch. Yes. There's a double cam.
Oh, there we go.
This game's broken. Stop building. We need to make them think that we're fighting. Because then we're down, we're gonna die. So chugs, you have chugs, right? Throw them. Of course, a lot of people left. We can hide in the things. Orchids. Okay, one at a time, because I don't want to get lasered. Shoot at me or sus. Shoot 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 me or sus. Holy crap. Shoot me or sus. Woo! That I died. That I died. That I died. Oh, sit right here. That kid right here. That kid's not. That kid's 1 HP.
Who's 942?
Wait,
Oh,
someone go
that's
to the
okay.
hip-hop.
Yeah, what's up?
Damn. Like a new vehicle?
Oh, totally. Is that a question? Look at those lights. Boy, those lights look killing. Oh my, that's is that even a question? That's not even. What's good inside interior? Oh, that's killer. That's killer, boy.
Did I hear some RDM? This guy fucking RDM me right here. No. Definitely in person. Hey. Helps got fucking dodging all this shit.
Oh yeah.
I'll snipe them, dog. I'll snipe them. It is straight here. I'm sniping them. Don't worry.
Hey, I'm gonna punch that. Punch. My turn to punch him. Hey. This got dropped.
He's like, my turn to punch him, and then I pulled out a taser and dropped him. Can I join the sheriff's office, by the way? Like, what's going on?
I'm dead. Goddamn.
You guys kind of just disappeared from Shelby's
Oh, he has a headshot. Damn. I heard you.
Yeah, man. You know how to learn how to use fucking
Hey,
guns and
hey, yo,
everything,
Mod.
or FT.
How do I make my name not blue? It's old. Because all y'all names are like red, blue, green, rainbow. Mine is blue. I'll revive you. Hey, yo, Mod. Hey, yo, you there?
What?
How do I make my name not blue? Like, just like my name's blue and your name's like red.
You have to have the standard name. Only staff can get colored names.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Bro, the plane I want to use is fucking blacklisted. I'm so mad. Pretty rough. You know the plane with the VTOL? It's fucking the Avenger. It's on blacklist on one server. I can't figure it out. Fucking cool.
Oh, the Avenger? Oh, that airplane, helicopter.
Here you go. I only have. I have 2. There you go. You don't need a build, Doc?
947. Look at them tapes I do, honestly.
Crouch to the house. Crouch to the house. Oh, go Nick! Nick! Punch it, IQ. I can literally snipe through the cornfields, yeah.
Who killed him?
He been dead.
Kill Reisner.
I'm just gonna point today.
No. Hey, ow, Grady.
I'm sorry.
Why?
It was an accident.
That. Reisner, can you hear me?
I need to change my name now to
Hold on,
669.
I'll check his pulse.
God damn.
I don't even see it.
Not paper slate.
He's literally laying right here on the ground.
R.I.P. man.
No, you ain't there.
But we have no launch for nothing.
Does anyone want to race?
Let's race. I'll beat you. With my turbo.
Oh, go.
I got turbo. What's up?
I'll let you decide when we get.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're gonna put a cone down and just hide in it.
Something's wrong with my vehicle. It accelerated really slow.
Okay. I dusted you, man. Oh, you put that.
Let's try again.
Oh, you put that vehicle, whatever thing. I know what you're doing. You're putting that torque multiplier, engine, whatever crap, all that crap. I know you're doing that for a whole.
Nah, dude, it wasn't right.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, you had to. RIP for that, man. Call the corner for that dude, honestly.
Oh my gosh, this thing's so drifty.
Oh my. Hey, yo, could you spawn in a unmarked? Let's see, what car have I not seen unmarked yet? Crown Vic. I don't see how that looks like.
Yeah.
I've never
It's
seen that
not a
before.
very good model, I'm not gonna lie to you, but
Oh, yeah, never mind. That nope, don't want to see that in my life. What?
yeah, it's not a very good one. It's a 1996 model.
The hubcaps though are the best part of the Crown Vic. I gotta admit though of that. Yeah, vehicle. Of the vehicle.
But I mean, there is this.
Yep, I saw that once, I believe. I don't know if I did. I think I did. I don't know. It's okay though. Looks cool. I'll give it that one.
You cannot catch me.
Also, we got a Ram 350.
Never seen that type of one before. I saw some other types though, but not that one exact model.
Want a good game turned to a trash game to a semi-good game.
Unfortunately, all of our good-looking vehicles are actually slow, like for the unmarked.
Unmarked Camaro. That's a new for me. That's different. Nice, nice, nice. Grow the antennas and those two scanners. That'd be a good unmarked vehicle. Very good.
You actually can't take the scanners off.
Oh wow, that's surprising. That'd be like an extra like 10 or 12, something like that. It would be.
Yeah, you think.
Dang, that's tough.
You seen the GT Shelby?
Negative. Seems legit.
D on the other side.
Hello.
Joe's getting on.
Can we help you?
Yeah, I have two questions real quick.
Yes.
If I were to change my siren, could you guys hear it too then? Like a different type of model of my siren?
There's two types of sirens. So you can press Alt and use the scroll wheel to change the siren when your lights are on.
Oh,
And you can press. Say again.
I meant, like, I saw in the CSO information if it was something. It was. Do you hear me? Okay, I do.
Loud and clear.
The sirens mods. Would you hear me? So I would switch it, cause I would love to do that.
Just literally follow the instructions.
You had that
Okay.
It's all. Yeah, just follow the instructions on how to download Siren Mod.
And,
Right?
okay, and if I did that, could y'all hear it then? The sounds I put in, or no?
No, we hear the sirens that we put in. I have a different siren, so I would hear the siren that I can hear.
Oh, okay. But how about if I was to use mine? Could you hear mine then? The
Say again?
If I was to put like a different siren in mine, could you hear it too then? Okay.
No, I can't hear it. Only you.
You wouldn't. You heard the standard sirens, I guess.
I would hear the siren that I have a mod on.
Okay.
I'd advise you get a light mod as well.
Also, could I, by any chance, have like put different type of wheels on this vehicle, like a different type of what, like?
No, you're not allowed to have visual
Oh, okay.
upgrades
Oh
of the vehicle.
yeah. Alright, otherwise it's all
Okay.
F.
Alright. Any more questions? Any more questions, buddy?
Yeah. Could you check how many hours I put in so far, or is that somebody else could?
Give me a minute.
Danny, how you feel? I feel great.
I've been on and off lots. I've been putting on a lot of hours today. On for like the whole day, basically.
Danny, how you feel? I feel great. I'm gonna crap on these kids, dog.
I put a lot of hours in, boy. I don't know, I'm getting that fourth floor. I don't really want it though. I just wanna make sure I change this to 6.
Alright, someone's gonna look it up for you. Mr.
Okay.
Tana is gonna help you out.
Also, I need that kill bag loader.
I put in so much hours. I bet I'm gonna get time. I bet I'm gonna be a supervisor. You already know. When that, yeah, you already know what I'm saying. So I'm saying. And I updated my badge.
Yep, looking good. You don't go background or anything anymore, so that's good. All working.
Good.
Do you have any idea how long you've patrolled already?
Today, I don't know. Been on and off. I've been on every single day ever since I was a cadet.
Yo!
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yo!
Always good to get yourself on patrol. The more you patrol, the quicker you'll fly through the ranks, and you know, just get better really.
Yep.
I have 2 extra shotgun bullets. Who's the race?
Okay. Get
Already
in.
did.
Get in.
No, they're out. No, rebooted.
Yep. I know. I remember you. You helped me with cause I was cuffed.
Crap.
This Clarence is really
Alright.
slippery.
2
Like,
minutes.
really
Just
slippery. Where do you want to go?
Oh, yeah, actually. I don't know.
What?
They're right there. That's why I saw them right there.
Go what? Hit? No.
You said turn right, hit one of the people, like legit turns right and kills everybody. Yeah, let's kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Let's go, get in!
God damn.
To your right.
Get in.
did you say? I didn't hear what you said.
All around.
Correct.
Yeah. On YouTube. YouTube. Oh.
Knocked one.
Alright, so
Never mind.
you've been putting in around 2-3 patrol logs. When you do your patrol logs, make sure, you know where it says the name,
Yeah. Yeah.
make sure you put the brackets in your call sign there.
Okay.
Exactly like it is in Discord. Alright?
Okay.
Just without the trademark thing at the end. Just make sure you put the brackets in so it's easier for us to find you. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, buddy. Have a good one.
You too. I'm pulling 2 and down. Alright, if you read.
You have shotgun ammo for me?
Who this kid, bro?
I think you got two bucks. Guys, just leave me. I'm good. I'm gonna come and then we're gonna find the rock. If he does, I'm standing the trap.
Huh? How do I?
Yo.
Oh, and it's for Mike. What's up, gamers?
Hello, it's
Yeah.
Sally Boy.
Okay.
Guys, go around me. Get like around me. This one kid looks like looking for me.
Yo, what's up, man?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just chilling over here.
You was chasing me all around here and couldn't keep up with me.
These cars are fast. I ain't finna lie though.
Dude, I was taking corners like a champ, dude. I was drifting around and letting you use in drift mode.
Oh damn.
Using handbrake, dude.
Handbrake.
I was. You think? You think I'm lying, dude?
Oh, they're using it. They're even. That one. Mark him so I can follow him.
Oh my god.
He's right here. Oh crap! I could take that in
Hey
his
boy,
forehead, huh?
hey boy.
I'm the best sniper on.
Yo, what's up, dude? Yo. Yo, yeah, 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 yeah.
Can I please have
Yo,
a
yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah,
nothing
yeah,
right
man.
now.
You gotta get on right this second,
Let
dude.
me have that loot.
You better
I have
get
nothing.
on.
I have nothing. Don't take anything. Don't take anything. Thank you, coach. And you're toxic. Okay, you can take everything else. Oh, I'm done. Pick it up. I swear, stop wearing. No, don't wear Ishmael skin again. Cause I was telling I was telling Eden to pick it up, and it was actually. Why are we boxing up so on the edge of circles so much? Can you drop me chopper in my door? I've shot, but I don't know.
Oh, damn.
Can you drop me?
I didn't hands up. Hands up.
Hands up.
Hey, get on your knees.
Drop me. You have two, right?
You tried.
I did not mean that. I
You
swear.
Put your hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Hands up.
man.
Hands up, hands up.
Let's swap this
Oh.
up. Sure, you're gonna cut. Wait, edit the game for me.
I died.
RIP, bro.
You died.
Have a great time. Peace.
Yeah, this is 415. We've got 2 officers down.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. Do hands, hands, hands. Bro, I need. Oh, hell no. Yo, watch the mod come, bro. Like, RDM, RDM. Did you leave the game? Hands up, hands up. Oh, you left.
Save me.
Hey, wait, get my RPG. What the heck? No. Who's holding this wall? Me? I dropped it. First half.
You have AI down, down, down. Down, AI down.
Let's check that, dog.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this. Gang.
Sus. Haha. Ha, you got cracked, yo. Hey, I'm dropping that big pot. Give me a sniper, give me a sniper. I told you that was looking sus, dog. That guy knew he messed up when we were queuing up. We're in zone. I'll show you. Next zone? We're not even in the next zone. Like, next zone's like right here. The middle zone is like right here. Yeah! I should be launched next zone. Let me in! Oh, shit. You're negative IQ, Ishmael. You're negative IQ. Yeah. Someone, can someone hold these bandages? Eden, give me your launch. Eden? Alright, we're launching next zone.
Well, I am alive, so I'm going to play a game. I forgot all about that I was live. Honestly, I forgot lie about that, coach. Well, like, let's see who.
But there's two holes.
Sorry for.
There's two circles. Besides the one right now.
What was the vehicle description?
It was a black
Oh,
sports car, two-door, possibly. We're gonna be in active 10A with that army green. We are heading west on Joshua Road. He took a right on Algonquin Boulevard, facing
On
east, heading east.
Boulevard.
The black sports cars are also here. We need that another unit to follow him.
Algonquin Boulevard.
I got the sports car.
I'm launching.
10-4. Can I have permission to pit or pit timer?
Negative, it's snowing.
PW.
We're in the. Oh my god.
PW.
We go 10-50.
1041, 10-8. Active
Get off
public.
my height.
Sorry, 10-9.
Suspect jumped into the water.
PW 113, 1041, 10-8. Active
10-4.
public work. Sports car 10.
Sorry, can I get a 10-9 on that? Did they jump into the
10-4, yes, jumped into the water.
10-4? Engine 1 and Fire 1 will be in the water on.
10-4, I have eyes on him. He's right next to the shore in the middle. Swim more towards the center, though, from now. He crashed on that one open lane, heading right off Algonquin. I still have eyes on him.
Galaxy scan is last person. Galaxy scan is last person. Yay! Oh, this country.
He's about
Will
to
this
come
be
back
near
on the
the
shore if I
dealership?
can get another unit. We're gonna be on a foot pursuit off the sand on Marina.
It's your boy G, by the way. I'm gonna end the stream right here because I don't know what's happening to my stream, so I'm gonna let it go to 3 hours and I'm gonna be like, yeah, man.
He's about to hop into another vehicle.
Otherwise, your boy is doing good today. If y'all would like to join, I don't know, join the FiveM server or something like that. No. That's on FiveM.
Sorry, what's your 20 on that?
We're off the water, in the middle of the dock, on the sand off Marina Drive.
Okay, I'm gonna show you what sound do y'all like better, huh? This one? No, I know you don't like that for a whole fact. Hurts my ears, man. It's too squeaky. No.
Suspect has been put in cuffs under
Go.
code 4.
This one. I bet it's the best one out of all of them. Oh my god.
Yeah, I just can't see anything because it's not loading in, so I don't know where barriers and stuff are.
10-4, we're code 4. We got him in cuffs.
You said no, right?
10-4. Is that gonna be that pickup truck on Algonquin?
Yeah, it's 1050 next to my vehicle. It was like R&B green Jeep type.
10-4.
Can we have fire and rescue come check him out? He 1050'd a couple
Bro, that
times.
was so funny. I was sitting in the car, I heard the
10-4.
movie back. I sank this
Engine 1 and fire 1 will be in that code 3. And what's
I'm like, that's something sus. No, thank you. Time we should have gone. I'm to stay strong, but I don't leave.
Oh, that's where it went good.
Ruthless. My style's
Yeah, I wanna prob. Yep, totally that one. See, oh, siren. Oh, let me see this.
Justin. Show you all.
I'm torn, man.
Attention Unit 1, Lincoln 18.
Okay, I could do that one. I don't know if what's this? What's this?
I go back to the other guy. Fair enough. You know,
Oh, this is the whole YouTube page. Let's do that. 5 minutes. Let's see this. 5 minutes.
Why are we blaming Frost and this guy is too good at studying?
Jail for something you did not do. So that's why we have those rules and things in place, is because it's not fun. Every single one of us has played as a well, you know, at least all the senior level officers all played for, you know, a month or whatever it was on the Civ character, and we know the struggle of grinding, you know, your delivery missions or your bus driving or whatever it happens to be, you know, only to get robbed at your at the car dealer, and you lose 50K, and you know, then they never catch the guy, you never get the money back, all that time's wasted. That feeling of victimization is real because the time you invested is real. You know, so we want to respect those people and do a good job in trying to, you know, deter that kind of thing. And then if people are undeterred, then to, you know, hold them accountable at the very least.
I'm dead, bro. Hurry up.
Control 121 going to be off with a man down Route 68 into the Grande Valley.
24121, hold you out on that medical 1358. so we're going to be responding to that priority call from the sheriff's office. Going to have a 1080 that occurred. I believe he was going to be running from a sheriff's deputy who witnessed him commit a carjacking. The deputy has called for additional officers. The subject, I believe, wrecked out, but he's still going to have some additional officers show up in terms of doing the investigation, processing, and securing the scene. So we are en route to that call currently. Damn sieves. Oh my god. The guy almost died.
I'm having a assault progress at Strawberry and San Andreas, white gold postal van.
323. Don't you move, goddammit! Let me see your fucking hands!
Stop. Put your
right
hands
now!
Up. 1090 Toledo Bay Bank, David Susan Matt. Public 26.
Alright, he's cuffed up. Adam might have fled on foot.
Mind,
He slammed into me and then kept chasing me.
Roger.
Just seemed like
I'll go back to the other guy.
gonna understand.
Fair enough. You know, we've all been there, unfortunately. Alright, just sit tight. What's your name, buddy?
Rufus Bedlam.
Alright, Rufus, sit tight.
Robert 26, code 41 in custody.
10-4, Robert 26, are you code 4 with one subject 1095 and 1401.
Yes! 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 Yeah. Ruthless. Is there,
Okay,
is
that's a
there
little
something
too
I can
much.
add? .com? Never mind. Green pumps are worse than blue tags. Anybody have shield for me? Where? Oh, I didn't check. I need ammo. Oh, you drop ammo. No, I wasn't looking. Actually, I would like the infantry though.
Okay, where did the one that I liked a
No,
lot?
we never go forward. Don't over.
That's the one, okay.
No. Actually, I should have, but too late.
Okay, when you go here, go to my...
You know how good, you know, I had four launch pads, Doc. People right here. It's a trio. I'm not gonna rush. But they really greasy. It was lit. Bro, I was in the front with Evan, Doc. move? Can you go? Oh, GG! GG, you cucked me, dog. Oh, let's go! Oh. Why'd you kill yourself? You're spent. That means you stick yourself? Yeah, I got stuck
That
too.
should
Oh
have
my
worked.
god. Ishmael, go this way, go this way. Ishmael, go this way.
I don't know. 110%. Unfortunately, nope. But let's try this. Hopefully that works, cause you already know, man. Let me share real quick one
There's
more
people up
time.
here, but it's
Why?
easier than finding the kids over there.
Yeah.
I have 0 mats, so. Where's the rift?
Server 7.
We're dead. Me and Ishmael are dead.
Baby mama laid bone, put on shining. You got in to restart my stream because that sucks, man. I'm trying to make a long stream.
The mega's shooting at them.
Very long stream.
Go down, go down. Go down.
Unfortunately, I woke up too late and I had to stop streaming for some reason. Apparently, don't know what it was. I don't know if I did. Fortunately, I had to. I plan on doing a long stream, but I can't. I guess I can't. Apparently, but tomorrow, hopefully, Rocky can be on. So I'm streaming him.
Yo! Wait, do you have any minis for me or anything?
So this guy is the guy
Yes,
that
yes,
stole
yes,
cop car, and I went over there and got him.
Yo, Ishmael, crouch, crouch, crouch.
Yeah, I murdered you because you stole a cop car, and the guy said you're gonna get kicked anyway. So I killed you, grabbed you, and I'm gonna bring you.
These kids are getting cut by a mech, bro.
No,
Right
you
here,
just
it's
said it. You're gonna get kicked or banned from the server.
Ishmael!
You're like, yeah, he did. He said that, and then you just took off.
Put it down.
Well, he just said you're gonna get. Let me go find him.
That did not work apparently.
And I don't care what.
I have to sit in a seat. This kid sees me, yo. No, I was trying to dip, but they saw me when I left.
Okay, what did I put in?
It's 2 mechs, by the way, on the same team, so I don't think you should do it. Because the stupid driver saw me, but the guy in the guns didn't see me. I went as far as I could, but they killed me.
Something that I liked was in what, the old Sirens, something like that it's called. All the way down, right?
Boogie bomb, boogie bomb, boogie bomb. Ishmael. Ishmael's dead. It's dead. Ishmael's pop.
So we'll go to GTFV directory, where GTFV is actually located.
Throw all your charge splashes. Throw them all. Oh my.
On the settings, weapon file settings.
How many kills do you have?
I'm trying to install cool sirens though, but you know what I'm saying.
jumped out first. Holy crap. I jumped out first on crack. No cap. Actually, no cap. Holy. I have the dog loot. A second shotgun. I need some shield. Oh my legs. There would be only 2 bananas.
Why can't I find my directory?
How come I marked it? What? I'm on it with a sniper, dog. What am I supposed to do? I'm like on it. I just can't mark stuff behind for 5 minutes. It was in the biggest building. I'm going hangers VC. I have dog. I need some. I need a shield. Yeah. I swear, people are here and be so mad. It's a big pot. Let's go, couch.
Well, I'm slow. Now what? Common. V. I don't have Grand Theft Auto V. Is that right?
Hardest decision of my life to grab a slurp or a combat, yo.
Download GTA 5 then.
That's gonna be so perfect. Get the best loot. Until it crashes. Is he running in place? I don't want to take storm damage. Please, game. Please, yo. Alright.
Windows C. What?
Please.
Well, guys, I'm just gonna what was it? I'm gonna get Grand Theft Auto again. I'm gonna probably download so I can use it.
Yeah, yeet. Dang.
So I can do this.
Where? I got off of it and I don't know where it is anymore. Yeah, I think went down the mountain. Ruthless. My life as a juvenile ran with a gang. What is this place? Cause it's a country club, dog. Teak, where you at, bro? Can you rejoin? Oh, it lets you. I have trash heals and loot. And why are you shooting? Trying to get W key, don't you?
back to playing, man.
Whoa! Wait, what do you have? Don't break it. What do you have? Eden. Huh? Yeah, what do you have? Eden, I need meds. Can you drop me like 2 or 3 minis? Kinda sus. Kid, what? I'll do that though, son. Let's get this, doc. Oh, I ain't gonna come on and I have 5580, so yeah. You're getting W, keep driving. It's only 2, I think, maybe 3. Oh wait, let's go.
Oh, I've been in love in a low time, damn.
How you like that?
Damn, boy, servers are stacked today, coach. Down, son. Server 5 looking most stacked out here. I expect that. I expect that. Okay, we have 12 out of 15. Yeah, 5. Okay, 12 out of 20. Okay, 820. I'm going to join this one right here. 12 out of 15, coach.
Wait, don't finish, don't be him.
How much? 12 out of 15?
No, wait, just hold. What did you do? Okay, good. BM.
It's like bigger though. You have Tanner. Tanner?
Did you have any kills?
I'm gonna join MCO.
My car, I believe.
Whoa.
Just remember code word is balloons if you guys have any problems up there.
Oh, balloons.
10-4.
Someone has
Responding.
for drugs. It's for the guys in the red have rifle.
Block off exits.
Block their red cars. Block their red cars.
Block their red cars.
I'm going after the red Escalade.
EMS back up for now. Back up.
I got the red Escalade. I'm now on a 1080.
I'm gonna end the stream right
get
here.
the red
boys. I'll be
car.
right back.